Some breaking news out of Quebec, a situation on Lac Saint-Jean in that province this morning. There is a search mission underway today for a group of snowmobilers who fell through the ice last night, part of a tour group we know now from France. And this morning we have confirmed that one person who is the tour guide has in fact died in this. Michael Serapio just speaking with investigators in Quebec. And what have you learned from them, Michael?
Well, you're right. We just spoke with the Sûreté du Québec, Heather, and they tell us that divers with the SQ are now on scene. They're working with the fire department in Alma, Quebec. But this is not going to be a quick operation, and that's because the area that they're talking about presents certain dangers. Of course, we know this group of snowmobilers going through the ice. Now, they went through the ice at around 7:30 p.m. last night. These tourists taking part in a snowmobile trip traveling between the towns of Saint-Henri-de-Taillon and Alma, again, as you say, in the Lac Saint-Jean region of Quebec, those tourists from France. Now, they were traveling with that guide who is now deceased, and there were a total of 9 people in that group. Now, luckily, 2 members of that tour group managed to brake, so they did not fall through the ice when the channel that they were on gave way. In fact, those 2 people who did not fall in managed to help one person out of the water. The 3 of them then drove to shore, and that is where they called emergency services last night from a dépanneur. Firefighters from Alma rescued another person, a 42-year-old man, but that was the tour guide who later died in hospital. At this point, 5 are still unaccounted for. As we say, members of the SQ have been there all through the night. The dive team has just joined them, and at this point, they're also going to send in a helicopter with the SQ to help with this search. But that is just getting underway right now on the ground, responding to what took place yesterday evening, Heather.
Do they have any idea what did in fact take place last night around 7:30 and what went wrong, Michael?
Well, a local officer with the SQ did speak with our colleagues from Radio Canada last night, and these are early indications. They still need to be confirmed by the investigation, but the early indication is that this group went off the established trail for snowmobiles. That trail is checked every day, but they went off that established trail, went onto a part of the lake that is known to have rapids underneath. So those rapids beneath the ice may have actually thinned out the ice. That is the early indication. Again, this needs to be confirmed as this is the early part of the investigation. Of course, the focus right now, though, is trying to recover those 5 snowmobilers who went through the ice and are still unaccounted for, Heather.
Michael, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Continuing to bring us new information on that Quebec story.